Hey everyone, this is Rabbit's blog of Animation Bliss, and welcome to the Anime Corner. Here we get to talk about various anime shows that everybody has grown up with or you have seen recently, and we talk about what we liked and what we hated about that anime series. So, for the first anime series that I want to talk about is Grimm's Fairy Tales, or also known as Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics in some cases. Now, this series came out in the 1980s on Nickelodeon, I believe. At least that's what I've heard. It came out on Nickelodeon 1980s, but I grew up with Nickelodeon in the 90s, so but yeah, this series came out in the 1980s. Um and basically it's like an anime adaptation of the Brothers Grimm classic tales. Like you see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Cinderella and Snow White and Rose Red and the Man of Iron and the Bremen Town Magicians pop up in this series and get their own animated adaptations of the series. Um Personally, I really enjoy this series. Like, again, I used to watch this series a lot when I was little. I almost picked up, me and my family almost picked up the whole series of this. We didn't pick up all of the series, but we picked up most of the tapes from this series. So, again, this was a series that I used to watch a lot when I was little because I'm a huge fairy tales fan, and I was glad to see an anime adaptation of these classic fairy tales. And I used to watch this a lot all the time when I was little, since I was a huge fairy tale fan. I didn't really get into anime a lot till Dragon Ball Z came out, but this was a great early anime series that I still liked regardless. I used to watch this all the time, and I think it's great for anybody who's a huge fan of Brothers Grimm fairy tales, especially if you love the Brothers Grimm fairy tales they put out. This would be a great series to check out if you're a huge Brothers Grimm fan. Now, I like how they kept most of the stories in the series faithful to the original stories. So if you read the original Brothers Grimm tales, most of the stories were either violent or they had a lot of suggestive content in it that little kids might not be able to relate to or little kids might be frightened of. So I'm glad that they at least remain faithful enough to the original vision of the Brothers Grimm. But you still have they still sanitize a lot of the violent content and a lot of the suggestive content, since they are aiming this at kids, but they still keep up with the original spirit of the Brothers Grimm fairy tale. So I like the fact that this remains faithful to the Brothers Grimm tales, but still sanitize some of the negative aspects of the Brothers Grimm tales to make it appropriate enough for the kids. Now, would I recommend this video to anybody who's a huge fan of Brothers Grimm? Yeah, I would definitely recommend this video. If you're a huge fan of anime or if you're a huge fan of any of the Brothers Grimm classics, I would definitely recommend this series. Again, it does a great job of adapting most of the Brothers Grimm classics into several volumes. And some of my favorites from this series, I love Snow White and Rose Red and Hansel and Gretel and the Frog Prince. Those were some of my favorite adaptations of the Brothers Grimm tales from this series. So yeah, again, I would definitely recommend this series for anybody who's a huge fan of the Brothers Grimm fairy tales or who's a huge anime fan. Well, that's all I have to say about the Brothers Grimm, the Grimm's Fairy Tale Classics series for the Anime Corner. And be sure to follow us on Tumblr and to like our Facebook page. And also, if there's any other anime shows that you want us to discuss about, please feel free to comment below and we'll see what we could do about it. And also, we have new videos up every Sunday along with my main channel, Rabbit's Blog, and on this channel, Animation Bliss. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit's Blog, and I'll see you later.